Hello. All right, there we go. This live thing's always, it says when I'm live, I'm not live. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, all that via crap, all that out the way. Alrighty. I decided to do a daytime version of this. I look a little bit different. Um, okay, that's kind of weird there. That my timer just reset. So it went 10 seconds and then it reset to 0. So I didn't say much, so but all I said was like, share, and comment, and all that good crap. Got me a haircut, of course. I look a little bit different, but it is what it is. But yeah. Last preseason game versus the LA Rams in the Superdome tomorrow. I think the kickoff is probably 7. Could be wrong. It varies. We have some good news on that. One interesting little tidbit here, offhand, is the Saints signed. Believe it or not, the Saints went out and signed a wide receiver from his name is Tanner McEvoy, MCEVOY. He was released by the Seahawks. But basically, he was picked up. He's 6'6", and he's 230 pounds, and he's done a lot of special teams work. Very, very much special teams work. And, they can get him for that. He had 14 catches for 253 yards the past 2 years with Seattle. Seattle pretty much used him as a backup, as a special teamers. I guess sort of like what we're doing with Taysom Hill right now. So it's not too bad. Let's see. Where is it? I saw it earlier. I'm trying. I seen something on one of the Saints media people. He had something like 4 tackles, and he had 4 tackles and a block or something like that for Seattle last year, I believe it was, or the year before. So he's doing pretty good. So we'll see if we keep him, or but being 6'6" is another tall guy. But the wide receiver is kind of the position is kind of crowded already, and I like how everybody tries to make their 53-man roster, but it's really 50, whatever it is, 53. But it's impossible because they're gonna cut people, sign someone. As far as I know, they haven't cut anybody to sign this guy, so maybe a corresponding move will happen later. But I don't really know much too about him. I know a few years ago he caught a 42-yard pass, I think it was, against us. He doesn't really have too much in the far as stat department. But we will see offhand. We will see. I mean, I look up his career stats, and he's only played 2 years. So in 2017, he's 25 years old. In 2017, he had 5 receptions for 113 yards, long of 53, no touchdowns. 2016, he had 9 receptions, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. So it's 14 receptions, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's a 2-year career. And of course, he played a lot of special teams. Like I said, I think it was where he had 4. He's also 1 or 2 passing for 43 yards. So, and that was the 43 against us, obviously. And I believe I saw it on one of the Saints Twitter pages. I don't remember where it is now, but I think he had something like 4 tackles and 4 tackles, a block, and a sack, or something like that. So, and I think I saw something where they said he was a former quarterback, which, I mean, the Saints have a thing for former quarterbacks, sticking them here, there, and everywhere in different positions. They also talked about Taysom Hill putting him in offensive packages when he's not in at quarterback. So, you might see Taysom Hill as line up as a split end receiver. You know, Sean Payton is not happy with our receivers. I mean, outside of Michael Thomas, Meredith hasn't really done anything, although he's still recovering from ACL surgery or whatever it is. But, you know, Ted Ginn runs routes and can't drop. The only reason Ted Ginn's on the roster is to return kicks, return punts, and he's not even doing that anymore. So, you know, I would not be surprised if he gets cut. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this is like the 5th or 6th team he's been on. So, you know, I mean, I see my top 4 receivers. Obviously, you got Thomas as number 1. Tre'Quan Smith did pretty good. He's up there, but I don't know if he's a number 2 or number 3. If they keep Ginn, he'll probably be a 3. And then what's the other ones? Meredith, I think I said him. He's up there. You know, Tommy Lee Lewis, he's probably going to get cut because his value, like the other ones, they have speed, but their value is basically on special teams. And Brandon Tate pretty much is locked up the kick return, punt return position unless they put one at kick return, one at punt return, which they could do and then mix and match it. But I find this kind of odd that if Ted Ginn Jr. is not returning kicks and he drops a lot of passes, and then we already seen in a preseason game a couple games ago, he runs the wrong routes. And that's why Taysom Hill threw two out of 2 picks, because they were designed to him and he ran the wrong route. So, you know, we got to do something about that. But I don't really have a 53-man roster because you can't really lock it in until actual game day almost, because you never know. They may find somebody like this guy. They picked him off. Seattle cut him, and we got him. It may just be for one game to check him out, you know. So I wouldn't really get too attached to him because we're pretty stacked at receiver and the special teams. You know, this is one of the few years we're actually stacked at pretty much every position where it's kind of so-so. But all the people with that 53-man roster, it's kind of always early to do a 53-man roster until the game day. You never know. I mean, 3 days before game day, they can still make roster moves and stuff. So you really never know. So everybody that made that 53-man roster, they wasn't expecting the Saints to sign this guy. And to sign this guy and keep him, then they got to get rid of somebody else, technically. But like I said, I don't know if they made a move or not, a corresponding move as of right now. They don't have to until I think the cut down date's on the 4th or the 3rd. It's game day's on the 9th. And to have somebody on a roster and get paid for the whole season, it's got to be 72 hours before the regular season starts. I think by that particular date, you know, but they'll have everything. But usually the day after the 4th preseason game, they usually make their cuts. So, you know, those are on the bubble or fighting for this team, to fighting to make roster spots. They better have a good showing. But I still say Kikaha is going to be cut. PJ Williams is going to be cut, in my opinion. I wouldn't, like I said, Ted Ginn Jr., wouldn't be surprised. You're going to have tackles like Cameron Tom that's probably going to get cut because we have 8 tackles, guards, and we only have spots for like 5 of them maybe. So 3 of those are going to get cut. I still hope they keep Nate Wozniak, 6'6", 6'10" dude. That dude can catch. Whether or not they use him as a 3rd tight end, blocking back, I don't know. He might be eligible for the practice squad. Stash him on there. That's if nobody, you know, claims him. But yeah, 4th preseason game, you're not really going to see that many starters. Davenport's probably going to play a lot because Meredith's probably going to play a lot. Most of the backups. JT Barrett didn't even play in the last game, so that pretty much tells me right there he's practice squad. Although I kind of knew this already with 4 quarterbacks. You put Taysom Hill on a roster, sort of, you know, whatever, but you can still put him on the inactive list. It's a 53-man roster, but only 45 are eligible for game day. So you always have 8 inactives. In case somebody gets hurt or something, then, you know, if you're down enough, and then you can activate them in a game per NFL rules. But it takes so many injuries for this to happen. That's usually what happened with Taysom Hill last year and a few others. And one guy I never really give a chance to so far is Mohammed. We pick him up, we draft him. He's inactive for like almost every freaking game. I think he had like 2 or 3 sacks in the 2 or 3 games he played. I don't know how much he's played in the preseason. I know he's played a little bit, but I don't know how much. He's probably going to get cut too, and that's a shame because they should have gave him more time. They should have, showed him what's what. I mean, if he makes this roster, it's going to be a miracle. There are some good players we're going to get, that are going to get cut. That other team's going to pick up. We have too much depth. We really do. But yeah, I'm going to say 27-14 or something. Somewhere in that area, we're going to win. Hopefully we do. I mean, if we lose, it's still preseason, but it's like a tune-up. But you don't want to go into the last preseason game at the end of that with an L leading into the first regular season game. There's going to be about 7-8 days, I think, in between, because September 9th is the first game, and today is the 29th, I believe. Yeah, 29th. Yeah. Katrina Day. I hate that day. Particularly hate that day. 8/29 is not a good day for New Orleans people. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's anniversary celebrates. I don't really do that per se. I mean, it's just it's just a bad day. Mother Nature decided to go on the rag that day. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Getting back to the Saints topic, it's all good. Oh, and now I know I thanked him before, but I want to thank the Who Dat Discussion podcast for having me on as a guest a couple days back, Monday. If y'all haven't seen the episode, go check it out. You don't see my face in it, but you can hear my voice. I'm like doing a Munchkin dance. Dude's pretty good. All Saints people should follow each other, I'm appreciative of anybody that follows this page, Saints diehards. Hopefully I like to set a goal, every game get at least 5-10 people on it. We're up to 68 now, which is good. The Who Dat Discussion webcast page is up to, I think, 26. He gets a lot more views, so he should be getting a lot more subscriptions. So, give him another shout out. Go listen to the episode number 12. My analysis. I was the star of the show, I guess you could say. I don't know. So, yeah. Anybody, Saints fans, you catch this page, you like what I do, please give me a subscription. It's not all about the views. I mean, I like people to see it stuff. Of course, it's not about the money because I'm nowhere near monetized. I've done this on Facebook. Got almost 19,000 on my We Are the Who Dat Nation Facebook. So I'll throw that out. We Are the Who Dat Nation on Facebook, at WATWDN on the Twitter, and We Are the Who Dat Nation on the Instagram with the pictures. It's all good stuff. But don't expect any of the starters to play tomorrow night. You're going to have your draft picks and your rookies. Fourth preseason game is for those on the bubble who's got one last time to showcase what they can do. I really hope anybody's on the bubble can change the coaching staff's mind. It's unlike the last 3 or 4 years. It's going to be really tough. Last year, year before, we had a lot of undrafted free agents to fill out voids. But we have so much depth this year, it's going to be kind of hard. We're going to cut players that people don't agree with. It's a numbers game. Other teams are going to pick them up. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully we can get them back and stash them on a practice squad if they're eligible. But last tune-up for the year. Season's almost here. Hopefully we have a good season, which I think we will. If any of y'all want to follow my regular YouTube, it's at FieldGuy316. I think I got 109 or 110 on there. I'm trying to get to a goal of 200 somehow, but little steps. Little steps indeed. I didn't really let anybody know I was coming on. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If you're a fan, you'll catch it up. Plus, it's still early. It's 1:30 p.m. You know, usually I'll do a night cast, but no one's at my house right now, so hey, I can do whatever. I don't have to worry about background noise and all this other stuff and you know, whatever. But yeah, if you like us and you like my comments, you know, sub us. You Saints fan, I'll sub you back, obviously. All that good jazz. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. At the beginning of the video, for the first 10 or 12 seconds, it kind of, you know, so I don't know if it caught that. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go for now. I'll do a video tomorrow night after the game. Win or lose, hopefully it's a W. I mean, if for some reason we do lose, it ain't gonna be too bad about it because it's still preseason. But you want to have a win going into the regular season. So let y'all go for now. Appreciate y'all watching, especially if you watched the whole thing. Thank you very much. And who dat? Go Saints!